This was more than just some big guy who dunked the basketball and ran up and down the court. This was a true athlete, believable.
He's going to the basket.
Deep, there's Wilt.
Great defensive work, tremendous ball handling, and
talk about when we say what he did things that just defied this. People said, no, he couldn't have done that. And I'm telling you, he was just a great basketball player.
Chamberlain keeps the pressure on. Wilt rebounds for a fast break.
Toying with the opposition.
Chamberlain gets away from Bowman.
Chamberlain again.
Led the league in assists later on, showed he could pass the basketball. So Wilt had to display him all the time because he was asked to do other things.
He can hurt you with assists like that.
Range across the whole league.
passes to Chamberlain. He's open. He shoots.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to crack that neck on her big neck. My niggas selling cricket.
What's the YouTubers around back ready to cover a big body banger to 23 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like and subscribe and roll the 5K. You know what I'm saying? Today, I am the build dealer on your local corner, and I'm coming to show what this Wilt Chamberlain build video. This was requested a while back, so here it is today. Y'all voted up for it on the poll, and this is what y'all wanted to see for today. But yeah, I had a good time with this build. I always have fun making Wilt in 2K because, as we know, Wilt was literally a myth. Like, man people don't think he existed, but we've all seen the footage. We've heard the stats. We know he done dropped 100 points in a game. We know that man was running a 4.4 40-yard dash. We know that man had a 50-inch vertical, like, because we've seen the videos. But so it's just crazy thinking that a person like that existed. So putting it in 2K is always a fun thing to do. But without further ado, let's get right to the attributes that I use for this Wilt Chamberlain build video. All right, so as you see, he's a center, right-handed, number 13. I made him 7'1" because that's what he is. Sorry, RIP Wilt. But yeah, he was 275 pounds in real life, but he's 253 here for speed purposes with a 7'8" wingspan, which is also the same wingspan that he had in real life, 7'8". Defined body shape because, as you know, that man was sculpted. So what you want to do is max out your strength in 95 to get Hall of Fame bully. Max out the speed and acceleration. You want your vertical at 70. Stamina will be put up to 95. You want your block to be 87 for silver anchor, and you want your offensive rebounding up. I'll put it up to about 95, which you'll see later. I put my interior defense up to 80 to get silver post lockdown, or to at least be able to have silver post lockdown. But you see right here, I'm making sure that this build can rebound. And there's a stigma against Wilt. People think he couldn't shoot, but mans didn't like playing in the post. You know, there's stories that that said he hated being seen as just a big man. So yes, he would shoot mid-range shots, so he has a 73 midi. I gave him an 87 post control to start off, but you'll see I'll adjust that later and put it to a 94. He has a 90 standing dunk for elite big man contact dunks. A 90 close shot, which you'll see a little bit later. Well, not 90, it's gonna be like 87, which you'll see later. 70 driving layup, 70 driving dunk, and then 60 pass accuracy, because Wilt could also facilitate, which is also another thing that people don't know, because they obviously, especially current days, they think that he was just a run and dunk typical big man, but he wasn't a run and dunk typical big man. He was a pristine post scorer, and on top of that, a pristine playmaker. He could get down the floor. But as I said right here, this is me maneuvering the build to get it to a 94 post control. You see I put the close shot to 87 to get that gold quick first step, because at 94 post control you get gold quick first step. And I put the driving layup up to 71. And you see right here, this is pretty much the completion of the Wilt Chamberlain build. So let me know what y'all think down below, if it's accurate or not, if y'all would change anything. I think that I did my thug thizzle on this build, but if you have a complaint or whatever, dissertation, whatever, go ahead, drop it in the comment section. But you see right here, my primary takeover is post shot dagger and box out wall. You have rim protecting takeover, glass clean takeovers, and post scoring takeovers. So you have a pretty good variety for a center to choose from. So pretty much you have free range. You do what you want to do right there. And you see 2K with the center, their shades ofs are always trash. And this right here was really disappointing because you know how they did me with the Hakeem build. They compared it to Clint Capella and Rudy Gobert. When is Wilt? I mean, maybe the Clint Capella, I get it. But Rudy Gobert? Okay, Jit. You know, but it's okay, I guess. Robert Parrish makes a little bit of sense. But it's a glass cleaning finisher, which is a good name for the build. You see the badge spread is also pretty nice for a big man. You know, you have those 20 plus finishing and 20 plus defensive badges. And you also have a good amount of shooting and playmaking badges for a center build. So you still are able to get that gold quick first step. Once again, you're going to have to use an attribute point from the 4 that you get for badges on playmaking to get gold quick first step. But once you core it and everything, you have free range for 5 playmaking points. But yeah, with this build, it was very dominant in the post. Like, I had no complaints at all. It played smoothly, just like my Hakeem build from yesterday. Like, it literally couldn't get to any spot that it wanted to since his post control was so high at a 94. Obviously, it's not going to be a 99 post control. That's exclusive to Hakeem because that man is the best post player we've seen ever, I think. But Will obviously had the skill in the post. He had the skill around the rim. There's a reason why he would average 50 a game in a season. Like, no matter what era it is, if you're averaging 50 in a time when nobody else is averaging 50, you are different, you know? Like, you have to compare. The same way with, like, money, right? Money in the 1800s was worth a lot less, right? Like a dollar was like worth more, I should say, my bad, right? So like you have to compare everything during the time. So a lot of people say he was playing against plumbers, right? Before his time, he was like Michael Jordan, you know? And you have to adjust with inflation, right? So you have to adjust to the fact that if he played currently, you know, he probably would improve with the times. But yeah, I mean, I just hate that stigma that kind of like shuns the older players, because it's not their fault that they grew up in an era where the competition wasn't just straight LeBron James and whatever. But you have to adjust for the inflation of the fact that the gene pool and the talent has increased, you know. But I don't know. It's up to y'all. At the end of the day, it's up to the people deciding. But it's funny that we always debate about who's the greatest player. I personally think that Wilt is a greater player than Bill Russell, regardless of rings. Rings don't matter, in my opinion, in terms of who's a greater player, because a ring is a team thing. But let me know what y'all think down below. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and roll the 5K, you know what I'm saying? Comment any builds that y'all want, and I will eventually get to them. But until then, I'm out. Peace.